With nowhere to go, I ended up on the streets for 2 years, doing whatever I had to do to survive. Those were dark days, and it took a lot of therapy later in life to come to terms with what I went through. When I turned 18, I found a job at a boxing gym far from where I grew up. I worked there for years, learning the sport and using it as an outlet for my anger. Eventually, I met a girl named May at a cafe when I was 35. Despite the significant age gap, we clicked instantly. We dated for 2 years before getting married. Her father, an electrician, hired me to work with him, partly to ensure I could support his daughter. 15 years later, May and I are still together with 4 beautiful daughters. I recently passed my master's license as an electrician, thanks to May's encouragement. She's been my rock, my cheerleader, and I can't express enough how much she's changed my life. Just last weekend, I received an email from my stepsister, Emily, after 30 years of silence. In the email, she revealed that Mark had been bragging to his friends about how he set me up and took Lisa from me. Lisa overheard this and was devastated, leading her to call Emily. Emily spent the weekend trying to find me to apologize. In the email, Emily apologized multiple times and expressed a desire to make up for lost time. While I harbor no ill feelings toward her, I'm indifferent to the idea of reconnecting. Years of therapy have taught me to let go of the hate and anger, and I've built a life full of love with my wife, kids, and in-laws. My wife thinks I should respond, even if it's just to say something snarky like, "Thanks for finally believing me, only took 30 years. She has a bit of a petty streak, which I love. I wasn't seeking advice, but just wanted to share my story. There's a boxing quote I have in my house that reminds me daily, to see a man beaten not by a better man but by himself is a tragedy. Update. First, I want to thank everyone for their kind words and advice. I didn't expect it but appreciate it nonetheless. My wife thinks she deserves most of the credit for helping me overcome everything, and honestly, she does. For those who doubted my story, I understand. This is Reddit, and not everything here is believable. But if my story resonates and helps others know they can survive, that's all that matters. As requested, here's most of Emily's original email, with some personal details omitted. Emily's letter. Dear. This is your sister, Emily. I hope you'll take the time to hear me out. First of all, I want to apologize for never contacting you before. I was misled by Mark and Dad, who filled my head with lies about you. Over time, I let go of the hope that you would come back and started to believe the worst about you. A lot has changed since you left. I got married, and you're now an uncle. Mom and Dad are still together, and Mark and Lisa eventually got married. However, the truth that recently came to light has shaken everything I thought I knew. On Friday, Lisa overheard Mark boasting about how he set you up and manipulated us all. My world came crashing down when Lisa confided in me. After hearing the truth, Dad broke down in tears, something I've never seen before. We all realized we needed to find you and make amends. I've spent hours trying to locate you, hoping to apologize for the years of misunderstanding and mistreatment. I know that words can't undo the damage that's been done, but I sincerely hope you can find it in your heart to forgive us. We long to make amends and maybe even make up for lost time. I hope we can meet in person one day so I can apologize face to face. With all my love and sincerest apologies. Your sister, Emily. My response. Dear Emily. I appreciate you reaching out, but I must be honest. The years of pain caused by Mark's lies and Dad's betrayal have left deep scars that will never fully heal. While I understand you're now aware of the truth and are genuinely sorry, I find it difficult to forgive and forget. I've spent years in therapy coming to terms with the trauma I endured and have built a life that doesn't rely on those who turn their backs on me. I've found peace in distancing myself from those who caused me harm, and I don't see the need to reopen old wounds. I wish you all the best in life, but I must prioritize my emotional health. Please respect my decision and understand that the wounds of the past will take a lifetime to heal. Sincerely.